Whoa, here we are. What's up, you guys? Thanks for joining us for the June 4th, 2025 State of Play. Kind of unexpected, only announced just yesterday, I think. But here we are. We're always here for it. And you know who else is always here for it? This guy over here. My name's Brian Paul from Without Parole. And this gentleman over here to my left, you are right, on the other side of the pond, is Jammyhero. From youtube.com/@Jammyhero. There's a link in the description. Go follow his channel. Go subscribe.
Thank you.
What's up, Jamie? This is always fun, man. I love having you on the show, and I love that we've got some electricity in the air, a little bit of excitement in the air. It feels like something awesome is about to happen. Agree or disagree?
I agree with that. I think some people are a bit down on State of Plays. They don't really get hyped from anymore. But I'm not one of those people. Whatever gets revealed, I enjoy the build up. I enjoy the hype, and we're here now. And it looks like there might be a couple of good games here that were for us on PSVR 2, maybe one or two that could potentially be quite big for the platform. People have been speaking and teasing about it for a little while, and hopefully we come out of this show with some big stuff. I hope. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think there's some trepidation, I think, in the chat and over on Discord, and people saying, don't expect anything because they didn't say PSVR 2 specifically in the blog post. But Jamie, if we go back to the last State of Play, excuse me, or the last, the last showcase styled State of Play, because there was like a Borderlands one in there somewhere. They said State of Play is back tomorrow, February 12th. Tune in live for news and updates on great games coming to PlayStation 5. But they did not mention PSVR 2. And then we saw a trailer for Dreams of Another. We saw, which is a hybrid game. We saw a trailer for FNAF: Secret of the Mimic, which they kind of delayed the PSVR 2 mode of that, but still an upcoming PSVR 2 game nonetheless. And then the Midnight Walk release date. So, dude, I mean, I think 3 games at a State of Play, 3 PSVR 2 games, whether they be hybrids or not, is a decent showing. I don't think we should ever expect more than that. So, I mean, do you think we're going to repeat history today? Do you think we're going to have a similar showing?
I'm a little bit between two minds on that, because I would be very happy with. Are we getting into some of the titles that may be here? Straight off the bat.
Let's do it. Well, first and foremost, hold on, Jamie. We've got staying sort of on topic. We've got a poll going on in the chat. Make sure everybody participates in the poll. I asked how many PlayStation VR 2 games, including hybrids, will we see at today's State of Play? And I gave you the option for 0, 1 or 2, 3 or 4 or more. And I think, honestly, Jamie, I don't want to break the fourth wall here, but I put in 0 and 4 or more just to find out who the lunatics that watch this channel are, right? Because I think 0 is an insane prediction, and 4 or more is an insane prediction. So what do you think? You saying 2? Is that what you said?
I'm saying 2. I'm gonna go a little bit more conservative than last time, because 3 was a lot. We don't usually get 3. I'm gonna go with 2. But they could be 2 big ones if we're lucky. But I don't know, man. I don't want to say anything, because then if it doesn't happen, I'm gonna be in big trouble. So
no. This is where we build up expectations to unreasonable levels. There's no chance that anything we suggest, this is the time to say things like BioShock VR. Right. This is the time. Okay. This is the time to say something like Judas VR. Right. Where it's just like, it's not going to happen, but holy crap, it sure would be fun if it did.
Okay. I'll jump on that. I'll jump on that train. Let's do it. Okay. For me, the big one today that makes sense in my head, but I don't know if it would happen, but I really hope it does, would be a new Ace Combat game get announced, because we're on the anniversary of Ace Combat as a franchise. It's this month. It's the 30th anniversary. It would make sense to see something this month for it. And Ace Combat 7 on PSVR 1. I'm assuming quite a lot of people in the chat have tried it. I'm assuming you've tried it, Brian. It's so cool, man. It's so cool. Like, a new gen version of that would just be amazing. Like getting the Gran Turismo treatment, where we went from GT Sport with just a couple of modes to full GT7 support for PSVR 2. Going from like the same thing with Ace Combat, where we just had a couple of modes on the PSVR 1 to a full-fledged game on PSVR 2. That would be ridiculous. And man, I hope we get that today. But I got to temper my expectations a little bit, because I don't know. Yeah,
listen, if we're going crazy bonkers style, which I love to do. Listen, the same person that leaked that State of Play was probably happening today, Shinobi, right, over on Twitter.
Yeah, Shinobi.
I think they also pointed to the potential of Resident Evil 9 being revealed today, right?
Yeah.
And now if we go back far enough, if we go back to the state of play, 2023, I think, February 2023, I think,
Yeah.
where Resident Evil 4 remake got revealed for the flat screen.
I'm picking up what you're saying here. Yeah.
At the very end of it, they said PSVR 2 mode also in development, and that's all they gave us. But so there was excitement, but confusion, being like, what does mode mean? Is it like a dressing room mode where we get to dress Leon up in VR, or do we actually get to play the game in VR? And it really was the full thing. So, I mean, I desperately want to see Resident Evil 9, whether they announce a VR mode or not. But man, just having that one screen at the end saying Resident Evil 9 VR mode also in development would just be, I mean, I'm good for the next year. I don't need anything announced for like 365 more days, Jamie.
That would be like unreal. I mean, I'm a new Resident Evil convert with that. I did play 7 on PSVR 1, and I played through it, and I was like, this is amazing, but I'm not like a massive fan of the series because I've just played this one game. But after playing Resi Village and Resi 4, oh, man, they're so good. That's I didn't get it before I tried it, and now I do. So it has to have VR support in my head going into this. If it doesn't, that's going to be very sad. But hopefully. I mean,
it feels like some deal was made, right? I mean, because we did get Resident Evil 7 on PSVR 1, then we got Resident Evil Village at launch, and then we got Resident Evil 4 remake, however many months later, 6 months after launch, whatever it was. It feels like there's a deal in place where Capcom is doing the heavy lifting for PSVR 2 in terms of, the AAA titles that we're looking for. The only exceptions to those were the remake for 2 and 3, which is a little confusing, but those also came out before PSVR 2, right? They
that makes sense that they wouldn't. I think so. I mean, if we go off when this game started development or pre-production as well, it lines up with like Resident 4 remake and a bit of Village. So if they're being developed in tandem in whatever form that they are, like surely they've got to at least consider it at some point. And if that deal is in place, then they would be silly not to. I that's what I say anyway.
Yeah, I mean, right. Real quick here, I just want to make sure that we give a shout out to everybody in the chat. What's up, everybody in the chat? Also, Jason Ewing with the level 1 membership says, "Don't forget the thumbs up, everyone." Where are you putting those thumbs, Jason? Be careful. Everyone just clenched a little bit tighter. The Game Cat Andrew Ehrenreich sent 1 without Parole gift membership. Thank you for your generosity, Andrew. We need to talk about that mustache later. Noctis with the 1. I was in the shower and I was thinking to myself, I was like, I gotta talk to Andrew Ehrenreich about his mustache. It was just not a thing you want to admit to the public. Why was I thinking about Andrew Ehrenreich's mustache in the shower? It's not what you think it is. I was just, things come to you at a certain time and you gotta think of them when they come to you. Andrew, we'll talk later. I apologize for making this a segment on the show. We're gonna timestamp this shit. Noctis with the €1. Thank you so much for being here, buddy. Appreciate your contribution as always. Slapping that ass with the $2 tip. And hold on, the emoji is translated to video game controller spins around as the word GLHF appears behind. Oops, I highlighted it. Let's take a look at that. That is indeed what we're looking at. Okay, get the menu off the screen. Get the menu off the screen. Okay, I can't get the menu off the screen. Okay, I'm done. Here, can we do this? We can do that. Okay, cool. And then we got Water Side Guy. Oh, what's up, dude? With a $20 tip says, "Have a great state of play. Thank you, Brian, for everything you do for the Game Cats. P.S. It's more than you know. In keeping PSVR relevant." I wonder if you meant to put the space between re and relevant.
Relevant.
Relevant. It's like, yeah, it's like communion wafers you get at church. Relevant. Hugs and loves to y'all. Meow. Thank you so much, buddy. We love you. All right. Listen, I've got a ton of predictions. We've only got 8 minutes to get through this. All right.
Yes.
We talked about some crazy things that we would love to see happen, but I think there's some more realistic things that could happen as well. And I don't know if you saw this, but Drunken Bar Fight 2 appeared on the PlayStation Store.
Yeah. I it's kind of out of nowhere, that one. So that makes sense for it to. I don't know if I'd be a bit disappointed of something like that because we already know that it's a thing, but it makes sense. And in my mind, that kind of takes away a slot from potentially, our Resi 9 or our Ace Combat. Not saying both of those or either of those will happen for PSVR 2 today. Always got to have a backup. But I mean, it definitely could happen. And I'm sure there's some other indie studios as well that have some stuff cooking up that we don't know about. So it's, yeah.
I just know that PlayStation's really bad about the PlayStation Store and about like
Yeah.
revealing things on the PlayStation Store before they get officially announced. Like we were just talking about Presentiment of Death, that
Oh
Zocus
yeah, yeah.
archery game showed up on the PlayStation Store a month before the reveal trailer or the announcement trailer on the PlayStation YouTube channel. So it's like it just kind of seems like it showed up a couple days ago. Seems like kind of the perfect time to announce it. It's
Yeah.
although it's not a game I care about, it's a game that people love and sells really well. So it's a possibility. All right, let's bounce back and forth. Give me another reasonable prediction.
Oh god. I mean, yeah, as I just said, like there's surely a bunch of other indie studios that have more stuff going on. The main two ones in my head we've gone over already. They're big AAA. I'm trying to bring my mind down to a more reasonable level here.
Sure, that's fair. Take your time.
Yeah, I mean it's a tough one. Are there any other studios that we know of, like for example Moonhood, who we knew we were working on something in the background, but they haven't shown off anything yet? Because I'm struggling to think of any.
Okay. End Dreams is when they canceled
Oh yeah,
Frenzies. Remember when they
they
canceled
said,
Frenzies for PSVR 2? They
yeah,
said, "We don't worry, we have big news for PSVR 2 later this year." And
some.
Studio Elevation, their
Mm,
AAA studio, which just has gone radio silent since being formed, supposedly is still making a AAA VR
yeah.
game. So, I mean, this would be the perfect place to announce it, I think.
I think so. I think especially with this like next week being really busy with award shows and announcement shows, we've got this. We've got the VR game showcase next week as well, which is kind of like a direct, like the last VR game showcase we had, where a lot of flat to VR titles were announced. We have a smaller one next week, and I think we could maybe see that in Dreams Project there, maybe, because there are two unannounced titles there. But if I mean, they worked with PlayStation before with signups, but it was a lot closer than this next project presumably is going to be. But I could still see them teaming up and showing it off here for the first time if they wanted to get some eyes on it. And in Dreams, I think basically all the games that I've played have been consistent in quality. So I'm excited for whatever they've got coming to the table, especially if it's PSVR 2, aimed in our direction on the platform. So yeah, I think that's a very reasonable take.
I think mechanically, End Dreams games have always been solid. Right, it's like
Yes, yeah,
you get the telekinesis of Synapse, you get the cover mechanics from Fract,
yeah,
you get the good storytelling from Phantom Covert Ops. There's always things that really stand out for each one of these. And if they were able to sort of cherry pick, the studio is able to cherry pick the good stuff and the mechanics and bring them all together into their big AAA game. I could only imagine what a 15-hour End Dreams AAA game that has all of these mechanics from all of these games from from the last 6, 7, 8 years, and I think that for me it's everything I would want in VR, but
yeah.
I don't know.
The-
They got to tell us eventually, right?
Especially since I've been teasing it over the last couple of months. So I think so. Let me rack my brain a little bit. I mean, Blade and Sorcery is one that I was in my comment section yesterday. I can't remember the commenter who said it. But they've been teasing that they're working on a PSVR 2 port. I think it's going to be the vanilla 1.0 version of the game, no mods or anything, but it's still a really solid melee game. So that's a big one on PCVR as well, one of the best-selling VR games of all time. So it makes sense to be at an event like this if they want to show off a large game that people are going to recognize. But who knows how far along the porting process they are with that one, whether they're ready to show anything.
I'm worried about them. It seems like they're sort of always like pushing off
Yeah.
committing to a PSVR 2 port, because I remember before PSVR 2 came out, they were like, "Oh, we'll have to see what the controllers are like," and then the controllers are the best VR controllers anybody's ever seen. And then, as of literally 90 days ago, somebody just told me this yesterday. The last update we heard on a PSVR 2 port was from 90 days ago from them, so 3 months. They're still considering the possibility, is what they said. So they could just be secretly developing it behind the scenes, maybe with some funding from Sony, that kind of thing. And they're just not at liberty to say because, when Sony gives money, sometimes they want it to be on their stage. They don't want the developers to announce it themselves. So it is possible. I just think unlikely.
Yeah. I think it might be a little bit far out there, especially with how they've been handling it. I would love to see it here, though. Like the reaction that would get would be not as big as something like Half-Life Alyx, but to a PCVR crowd who will maybe look at PSVR 2 and be like, "Wow, they've got another one of the games which makes PCVR so great." To kind of beef up the library of PCVR ports that we have, that'd be great. And I mean, I did just mention Half-Life Alyx as well. I don't think that's going to be a state of play ever now, to be honest. I've given up hope on that, but that'd be wild, wouldn't it? But,
yeah, we should have started the show with that crazy prediction. Trust me, I'll still be happy to get it. Is it happening? I feel like we would have heard a leak by now.
Yeah.
I think two super likely ones, or super, like low risk ones, would be release dates for stuff we've already heard of.
Yeah,
something like Aces of Thunder, which it seemed like we got like this nonstop media barrage of, right? People even went hands-on with the Steam version, and then suddenly it's like, boom, it's like just radio silent. It's like, oh,
nothing again.
What's happening there? And so maybe it's time for them to give us a release date, even if it's later in the year, right? Give plenty of time to polish up all the things that people didn't love about the game. Or Undead Citadel, because Undead Citadel is coming later this month. I don't know if that's a thing or not.
That's a safer bet than Aces, I think, today. I think you might be right on with that one. I could definitely see that being here. Secret of the Mimic as well, if they wanted to show off a bit of PSVR 2 footage and a release date for the mode, potentially, because I think the release date of the actual game is just over a week away now. So that would be good timing as well to show that it has a PSVR 2 mode in the build-up to the launch of the flat one. So, yeah. Undead Citadel, though, I think that has a very good chance of being in. They brought that up. I would not be surprised to see that.
Here, let me just make sure that the quality on all this is where it should be. We'll get rid of that. Okay, and then we'll make sure this is full screen. All right, cool. Yeah, I think Secret of the Mimic is a great shout, because it was very conspicuous how that all went down. It was announced with a PSVR 2 mode. Even when they were showing it off at a game convention, people were playing it in VR on a PSVR 2. And so it seemed like that mode was far along, and that's like they were really showing off, hey, this is going to be the way to play this game. This is going to be a really important part of it. And then for them to just say, oh yeah, by the way, the PSVR 2 mode is still coming, but not at launch. It's like, oh, what happened there? So it would be really nice to get something reassuring from Sony today saying, here you go, here's the release date. It's going to be a few weeks or a few months or whatever late.
Agreed. I'm looking forward to that one as well, because still will have been really good with that VR stuff so far. And a narrative story game that has some of those like stealth horror elements, I think could be a really good fit. And the FNAF fan base is quite huge, so every other FNAF game that we get for PSVR 2 brings more people to the headset. So yeah, I'd love to see it here, but who knows?
Yeah, listen, we got. What are you watching? State of Play? Do you have a timer up? How much time do you have left?
I am on 1 minute 11. 10. Perfect. 9.
We are right on par. Let me turn up the volume a little bit here just to do some tests. There we go. Get some nice little elevator background music. Let me throw in my AirPods so that I can hear what you guys are hearing. Hopefully they work.
Okay. 50 seconds to go.
Here we go. Let's make sure to bring this up over here. Cool. It's all happening.
This is it.
Yeah. All right. Real quick here. Let's make sure we. Wow. I've just broken. I was having AirPod issues before the show, and now I've just broken them. It's good stuff. It's a good time. Real quick here.
Now mute.
We got 20 seconds. We got Your Long Shadows with the level 1 membership says free opportunity to bother someone in chat or to be bothersome in chat. Sold. Game Andrew Ehrenreich sends me some eyes. Sorry, bud. Sergeant Frosty sent it without Parole membership. Oh, here we go. We just got to go. It's 3 seconds. 2, 1. This isn't a game, right? This is just a cool graphic?
I don't know. I feel like this might be a game. It's got to be a game, surely. Okay, maybe not. We're on to like Spaceman now. I don't know what's going on.
Emotion running through our veins. Heartbeat. Love is making waves. Emotion.
What is going on, bro?
Running through our veins.
I have no idea. Is this Tetris?
Love is making waves. I'm facing my fears, not backing away. I'm facing my fears, not backing away.
It looks like Puyo Puyo, but like Tetris Effect Puyo Puyo.
This
Right?
is an interesting one to open on. That's
Oh, it's
all
like
I'll say.
wait, or is it Luminous?
Yeah.
Is it? I think it's Luminous.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so confused right now. Is it Luminous cross Puyo Puyo?
Mike C just says drugs. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's what's happening right now. Drugs.
Yeah, it is.
Luminous Arise.
Interesting.
Bro, this better have a PSVR 2 mode.
Apparently not. Yes, it does. I'm wrong.
Whoa! Off and running.
Okay. There we go.
Hello from Enhance. I'm Tetsuya Mizuno.
Awesome.
ディレクターの石原隆です。ルミネスアライズのトレーラー楽しんでいただけたでしょうか。この秋、プレイステーション5、PSVR2 対応で発売予定です。ルミネスアライズはバラエティ豊かな曲と美しいビジュアルが没入感を高め、いつまでも遊びたくなるゲーム体験となっています。その世界はとても心地よく、プレイヤーを共感覚の世界へと導きます。まあよくある普通のパズルゲームってことだよね。
Finally got my streams all lined up.
テトリスエフェクトを一度遊んだことがある人はわかると思いますが、ルミネスアライズはただのパズルゲームではありません。
Yeah, I didn't expect this.
夏にシングルとマルチプレイの体験版を配信予定です。
Did you play Luminous on like
遊んでみてください。
PSP or anything like that?
I did not. This is all new to
I
me.
loved it. I was addicted to it. All right, cool. Well, we're off and running. Like you said, 1 for 1.
Every game is going to be a PSVR 2 game. Let's go.
Yeah, right?
The future. It isn't just a dream. It's a promise. One we're turning into reality. With our third generation of Luna filament and advanced generative AI, we're reshaping the line between dreams and reality. We create life for our future. Delphi Corporation.
Oh. That rings a bell.
Yeah, not for me.
Let's see about getting patched through to Earth. And why are these things trying to kill us?
I don't know if this is the new Dark Pictures game.
There you are.
Okay, I don't think it is.
Oh,
I think
there.
I'm chatting rubbish. No, it's definitely not. There's some corporation in that as well. I have no idea what this is. Capcom.
Oh, okay.
Resident Evil 9!
DI03367. They are pragmatic.
Hang on a second. Don't you have a name or something? Good. Get behind me!
I think I can help.
Targets identified. Neutralizing threats.
Does that still look familiar though? I do recognize this.
Looks like
Yeah.
have to fight our way through.
I think it looks good.
What the?
Bypassing first and second firewalls.
And a new IP from Capcom is always cool.
Yeah.
Initiating hack.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Okay, yeah, they announced this forever ago, right?
Yeah.
Hey. D.I.
I said I am DI.
Okay. Look. How about we call you Diana?
Diana?
Six.
It's real. I like it.
It's announced 5 years ago, says the random fasting guy. That's crazy.
5 years.
But then again, like Marvel's Wolverine was announced 4 years ago as well. We haven't seen anything of that since then. It's mad how long dev cycles are now.
That's true. Yeah.
Oh, hey, today is Saturday, which means curry time.
Awesome, I love curry.
Speaking of curry, apparently the current president is actually a humane. What does that mean? It's okay, I'll get it.
Curry time.
Now I feel like I'm on drugs again. What's going on?
Yeah, I don't know what it is about this, but I really like the art style or whatever they're doing here.
You're gonna die in about 15 seconds. Seriously? Seriously, don't worry. I made this just in case. The Dead Gear life support system. Don't move, okay?
Interesting.
You're already half dead. From now on, you're half dead man. No, wait, that's pretty lame. Dead man. From now on, you're dead man.
Oh, I kind of wish the whole game was that art style.
Yeah, what was that? Just like a cinematic?
I guess so, yeah.
It seems really strange to have. Oh well, I don't know. It still looks cool.
Yeah.
Like it feels like we used to get like back on PS2 and PS3, we used to just get like loads and loads and loads of these like third-person action adventure games, and it feels like we're kind of getting back to that, right? Like almost like, hey, the single A developers are back and kicking ass with these cool games.
Romeo is a dead man. Coming 2000.
It's so crazy to just be seeing 2026. That sounds so far in the future, even though it's like 6 months away.
That was Grandpa's voice.
Yeah.
Are you like a spirit? I'm on your back. What?
Oh, you know, I was gonna say it seems like a grasshopper manufacturer game. That's cool. I'm glad they're still doing stuff.
Nice.
皆さんこんにち
Ah,
は。
there you go.
グラスホッパーマネージャーの須田剛一です。いえいえ。皆さんトレーラーどうでした？グラスホッパーの久々の新作ロミオイザデッドマンです。いよいよ発表できました。このゲームはですね、主人公のロミオがロミオスターゲーザーという名前なんですけどかっこいいでしょ。時空犯罪 FBI 捜査官として、凶悪なですね指名手配犯をさまざまな時空に飛んで、倒していくそんな、ブラッディなアクションゲームとなっています。そして今回はですね、剣だけじゃありません、銃も使えます。ストロングスタイルのアクションゲームとして、チーム一丸となって頑張って作ってます。そしてなんで、タイトルがですねロミオなのにデッドマンなのか、それは皆さんぜひ続報をお待ちください。プレイステーション30周年過ぎちゃいましたけどおめでとうございます。それでは引き続きステートオブプレイをお楽しみください。
It's like already a fun state of play. I'm like interested even in the non-VR games, and that's always a nice surprise.
Yeah, me too.
サクコ、どこ行くの？こっち通るの珍しいね。
今は誰かと喋りたくて。
私も後から行くね。
うん。じゃあね。
裏切り者。誰もいないの。足の悪いおばあちゃんまでいないなんて、こんなの絶対に変。誰もいないし、気味の悪い怪物が道に回ってるし。いや、ひらこ。
I don't know. So I was having mixed feelings about Silent Hill F when they did the big reveal not that long ago. Because I was like, oh, you know, like Asian settings are cool and all, and I like that they can kind of like lean into a different type of horror. But it's never been as scary to me as stuff that's contemporary, like Brian Paul, this is the world you grew up in type thing. This trailer is changing my mind, I think, pretty quickly about that.
Yeah, the direction here is pretty stunning.
んな子はいいよね。何でも持ってる。そんなあんたがいなくなってくれるんだからせいせいする。一人は嫌だよ。
Yeah, that goes hard. That looks
寂
great.
しいよ。ずっと一緒だよって約束したよね。暗いのは嫌。一人ぼっちは嫌。錯誤。
See why this streamer is age restricted on the PlayStation channel now.
Yeah, makes sense. Oh, Sweet King Tanner, way to take my words and really twist them. Not at all what I was trying to say at all. Wow, just trying to tell you personal feelings. It's the internet. We'll twist everything.
I get what you mean though in terms of, yeah.
It's just from experience. That's all. It's just like, it's like about, I want to be as scared as possible. Not that I don't want to play the game because, it shouldn't be this or shouldn't be, no, fuck that. I'm not that person.
The castle has been sighted again. The Church's orders are absolute. These human sacrifices must be stopped. We will track the ethereal castle, break its gates, and exterminate the creatures that dwell within. The Demon Lord himself will fall by our hand. This mission will test the limits of your courage. You will face horrors beyond your darkest imaginings. Beasts that defy reason. Creatures born of pure darkness.
Is somebody like this looks like a Castlevania game, like a Metroidvania style Castlevania, right? Maybe like maybe co-op. But
yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, but like a not as good version. It's a little concerning.
With me! Cross!
Reaper! Tonight, we start our mission!
Yeah, I should have known it was bloodstained. That's so interesting.
Yeah, I can't say I'm familiar, unfortunately.
Yeah. Actually, I never got around to playing it after it was patched and made a lot better. So I should probably give it another shot at some point.
Maybe now's the time.
Maybe.
The visuals of Shinjuku that I'm seeing are a hellscape I can't quite put into words. You've somehow been sent back in time 8 years. But the situation here is critical. I'm counting on you, Agent. Our ultimate mission is to uncover the causality between these anomalies.
It's probably a phase electron.
I did not predict the Digimon game being here, but here we are.
Nope. Nope. It was decent. Why does it have such a Persona vibe? Even the music in the background is like screaming Persona to me.
We have been enemies for years now, but this is the first time the
Oh my god, yeah, in the UI as well.
On this scale.
We now believe most of the anomalies we've been dealing with stem from Digimon.
It seems the upcoming battle is truly unavoidable.
The world on this end is running out of time.
If the gate is opened with the digital world in such a state, the human world will most certainly be affected.
Do the Titans not care about the end of the digital world?
Stop it! That egg is very important!
The World Tree has been attacked.
It is just as the Great One, Plutomon, said.
It can't protect anyone. We must protect the world from them. For this purpose and this purpose alone were you born.
If that thing opens, then we'll be swarmed by digital.
Attack! Please, everyone, lend me your strength.
Everything's riding on
to
you.
move forward into the future.
We must fulfill our mission. Agent.
Chat's pointing out that the show so far has had a very heavy Eastern influence, a lot of Asian developed games, which is great because when Japanese were the best developers, that was my favorite era of gaming. So let's make gaming great again.
Oh, Father, abandon not your wayward children of Ivalice.
I like this art style.
But deliver us
Although
from
the
our
gameplay
sins.
won't be like this, probably, but.
No salvation.
I love they
it's
jump
still
to
cute.
yeah.
Why did you fight
But yeah, that's
so
quite funny.
hard this path of subterfuge and conflict?
The powerful must rule the weak. It is our duty. Heavens fall upon your crown.
Man, I gotta say one of my biggest personality or gaming character flaws is that I suck at strategy RPGs, and so anytime I see hexes on the screen or like commanding a bunch of troops, I can't do it. I've tried to play a few, and I just really suck at it. So I can't even. It's hard for me to even get excited about this, even though I know what a classic this game is.
I'm very similar.
But I know people were excited about it, so congrats everyone.
Hi everyone, I'm Sean Benson.
And I'm Sid Schumann, here to deliver news and release dates for games coming to PS5 later this year.
We hope you enjoyed that first look at Final Fantasy Tactics: The Ivalice Chronicles. The game will include 2 versions of the original PlayStation Classic. The enhanced version, which features improved graphics, fully voiced dialogue, refined gameplay, and much more, as well as the classic version, which brings a faithful recreation of the 1997 original to modern consoles. Final Fantasy Tactics: The Ivalice Chronicles launches on PS5 and PS4 September 30th.
Yeah, it sounds like this whole segment's going to be about that, right? Is that what they said? Sweet.
Yeah, we started off with kind of like
This next game is something really
the next year stuff, and now we're on
When
to
I first played
Tuna.
it, I laughed so hard I almost barfed. Let's check it out.
Take it easy, Sid. Take it easy.
But is there maybe just toilet?
Toilet?
Yeah, I just need to pee.
How badly?
Just normal. Bad.
Hey, just go behind this bush. I'll wait.
I can run away.
Oh, this is the walking
Pishon.
game.
No.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
In baby
Yeah.
steps, all you have to do is carefully place one foot in front of the other, which is easier said than done. Main character Nate requires some pretty deliberate movement to make even the simplest progress. It's a captivating open world experience.
This kind of stuff has always fascinated me. I've always liked, like just weird stuff like Quap and Octodad and like things that are just the game is hard to control and that's the game. Like, I kind of dig that.
I feel like
the
my
creativity.
patience. I don't know if I'm on the same level with my patience or not.
Understandable.
Hirogami is a unique action-adventure title from Bandai Namco Studios Singapore. In this journey to save your origami home, you'll transform into paper shapes with
That's
distinct
cool.
abilities, including a paper airplane, a nimble frog,
Yeah, it's like
a hardy
Tearaway
armadillo,
2 or something.
and a powerful ape. Master the art of folding when Hirogami arrives on PS5 later this summer. Sid, why don't you tee this next one up?
Thanks, Sean. The Hot Shots series has been with PlayStation from the very beginning, and its latest installment, Everybody's Golf Hot Shots, boasts its largest character roster ever. Compete in courses from 10 different regions around the world, each with weather effects and new nighttime variants.
Crossing everything
Pre-orders
right
begin
now.
later today. And those who do will get Bandai Namco's
Pac-Man!
iconic
What?
Pac-Man
What the hell?
as an early
I
unlockable
love it.
character.
Please VR, please.
Everybody's Golf Hot Shots drives onto PS5 September
no
5th.
surprise, but still disappointing.
Ninja Gaiden Ragebound is a challenging new entry in the long-running action franchise. From the makers of the Blasphemous series, Ragebound stars dual protagonists from rival clans, forced to combine their souls and skills against a demon uprising. And longtime fans will really love the pulse-pounding soundtrack featuring guest composers from the original series. Ninja Gaiden Ragebound arrives July 31st on PS5 and PS4. From the game
I like the look of
makers,
this one.
Cairn
Cairn
is a
looks cool.
survival climbing experience where you must carefully plan your ascent up a deadly mountain.
That's nice vibes.
Yeah.
Manage balance and stamina to
Yeah, I was about to
discover
say,
secrets.
yeah. I wish.
Hey, wait for me!
Encounter other climbers.
I'm Marco. Nice to meet you.
And survive the harsh conditions of the climb.
Imagine that in VR. Imagine falling on your rope, having to catch yourself.
You can give
I
it
just
a
saw
try yourself with a
bandaging
demo
up his
that
finger,
arrives
and I
later
was like,
today.
"That's VR. Let's do that."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all from us, but there's still a lot of State of Play to come.
This next reveal comes from the game preservationist at Digital Eclipse. Nothing can prepare you for their next collection, arriving later this year.
I like collections.
We knew pretty early on that the game was fun to play. People were excited about it.
The most rewarding part of it is just seeing people react to it.
We knew that we were onto something.
It was such a shock to see this game. I was like, I can't believe this game exists.
Cool.
This is really cool, man. I love when, you know, these are the same developers that put together, they said Atari 50, right? And then, similar to this, there was like the Jeff Minter experience and the Karateka collection. And like, it's the coolest way to go back and play these old games and kind of like give you an experience of going through and playing them, not just being like, oh, just pick what game you want from a menu, right? It actually like, it's almost like playing a documentary where you get to play the games that they're showcasing.
Yeah.
This is so cool to have like all these different versions of it on here too. I saw the Game Gear version, Game Boy version. This is very, very cool.
Every part of that game is an expression of who we were and what we wanted to do.
Flawless victory.
Now give me a VR like arcade to play it on. Come on.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh.
They're putting out a...
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
I would have never seen that coming.
No, I mean, not for me, but very cool.
Yeah.
Patrol here. We have evidence of an enemy intruder. Commence alert formation.
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements. Use extra caution.
That guy?
Okay, solid.
No, he's close. Where did he go? We've lost sight of the enemy. Find him. We're under fire. Enemy position unknown. Loading like this? It's a revolution.
All right, Commander.
Baby. Take this! Here comes another one! You won't get away from me! Time for you to taste some real pain!
What's the matter? I'm over here. Go back to your own world. See you in hell! I'll grind you into nothing! What the?
Escape.
Yeah, Ape Escape always. I saw this last time. I remember when we were watching it, and it confused me then, and it confused me in first year as well. But yeah,
I love it. I love it. Cool.
This looks like multiplayer.
Spirit stones. Shining stones imbued with humankind's never-ending dreams. Since time immemorial, this power has been the impetus for human wars.
Such an ominous atmosphere, and one thick with the presence of Aratama.
Jamie, if they showed Resident Evil 9 today at the show, you think they would end with it, right? Either start or end?
Yeah, I think they would end. And if it's not here today, we have Summer Games Fest on Friday, technically, but yeah, I think there's a possibility of it not being here and being there. But I do think it gets revealed this week, so hopefully it's here now so we can get excited about it. And surely PlayStation would want to do that if they still have that, you know, that deal in place. If they don't, then maybe it will be at Summer Games Fest. But
just for anybody just joining, it's supposed to be over 40 minutes, and so we are coming up to the 30-minute mark just about now. So about another 10-12 minutes left in the show. Just because you haven't seen what you're looking for yet does not mean it's not coming. We'll see. Anybody just joining? We started off with a hybrid, Luminous. What is this even called? Luminous Arise?
yeah, Luminous Arise, I think.
Who might you be, warrior?
We started off really well. Let's hope we can finish strong too.
Tokugawa. Takechiyo.
We don't have 0 games today, at least, as well. That option from the poll is long gone. So.
That's right. 460
皆さんこんにちは。チーム忍者の安田
で
です。戦国死にゲーシリーズの最新作「ニオー3」をついに発表させていただきました。今作のアクションはシリーズおなじみのサムライスタイルに加え、新たに忍者スタイルを追加、より多彩な戦闘を楽しめます。ステージもオープンフィールドとなり、探索や攻略の自由度や没入感が大幅にアップしています。
So I just want to point out JD Manning in the chat said Ape Escape VR would be a day one buy. I'd never need another game again. Listen, I'm with you on Ape Escape. I would kill for an Ape Escape game in VR. All those gadgets using your actual hands and arms to be amazing. I don't know. I think I'd still need other games in my life though. It's a good shout though. Good shout.
Oh.
No one knows
PlayStation
how
VR 2.
old the city really is. For me, it's all I've ever
What is it?
known.
How is this?
My whole world.
This looks great. Vertigo.
We're just killing it.
I was raised in this city's shadow. Free to take whatever I need to survive.
Wait, this could not be Engram. They did not bring Engram back from the dead, did they?
Maybe.
This looks like Thief.
It does, yeah.
It is Thief. It's gotta
This
be. Oh my
city
god.
hides many lost and legendary treasures. Locked away, waiting to be found.
You could have given me
Waiting to
1,000
be
guesses and I wouldn't have guessed this.
I'm so happy right now.
But some treasures come with more trouble than others.
I thought I was dead.
Hell yeah.
And who are you?
Awesome.
I declare victory.
Yeah.
Fucking what in the Tornado's like, what's
Yeah.
going on over there?
Tidewalker, are you there yet?
And this looks great as well, even though it's not VR. Looks cool.
Cleo has them covered.
I'm happy. We're happy. It's good.
I'm
Hell
thrilled.
yeah.
I am thrilled. Wow. Okay. I need a second to absorb that.
Me too.
Multiplayer seems a bit tense today. I
heard something happen with another Tidewalker.
Looks like all platforms for Thief as well, with the coming to VR at the end of it.
Damn it.
Hopefully the PSVR 2 version is a good one.
Yeah, well, Vertigo tends to not disappoint. You know, like their games are reprojected and have some aura, but they're really solid games, right? So I've got
They can handle
complete faith.
Thief, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's exciting. That's really exciting.
I've been asking for Vertigo to have like some deeper mechanics in their game.
Yeah.
Right. And I think what a perfect opportunity to showcase them.
To use that power.
Okay, now I want this in VR though. Like I'm already disappointed.
Yeah.
It takes so long. It takes like seconds for me to go from like the highest high to being like, wait, what's this? I want this.
Please help me.
Tidewalkers.
Vertigo kind of killing it right now. I'm not gonna
Will you
lie.
help us?
In terms of what they've been coming out with, and yeah, awesome.
Tides of Tomorrow, 2026. But
Cool.
looks cool, man. Looks cool. We'll have to hassle them about a PSVR 2 mode.
Hi, I'm Nicholas Ducey, the game director
Hey,
of
Nicholas.
Astrobot.
Hello.
It's
Hey,
a
Nick.
pleasure
Thanks
to
for
be back
joining
today
us.
to share more news with you.
We need to
What
talk
the
about
last few
Astrobot.
months it has been in the world of Astro. Astrobot launched last September to such encouraging feedback, even receiving a few orders we are truly grateful for. In October, we added 5 speedrun levels, followed by a Christmas special packed with festive surprises. And then earlier this year, the Vicious Void Galaxy made its appearance,
Don't play with me, Nicholas.
adding yet more
I
new
know.
challenging levels, all of which came at no
Not
additional
my style.
cost. And today, I am pleased to announce that later this month, you will be able to enjoy 5 brand new challenge levels in Astrobot, bringing the total to a whopping 90 planets. And new special bots will be there too, including Atsu from Ghost of Yotei, alongside other fans' favorites, but these ones are a surprise. And finally, the Astrobot DualSense wireless controller will return later this year.
It looks great. I
with
do
a
love the
slight
controller,
twist.
but man.
Be on the lookout for more news coming soon. From all of us at Team Asobi, thank you all for the amazing reception you gave our game, and enjoy the rest of the show.
I still have faith. One day. One day.
Yeah. Just for a second, then I had hope that it would be today.
Like they don't have to do anything, right? They just just the flat screen game, but in VR.
My old man always said to me, he told me,
That's a beautiful looking game.
get a ship.
Yeah, this is crazy.
No old man just got a ship. Memories go, memories stay, chasing the sound of the waves. It always sways, it always strays, standing on the beach all day. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah, funky little game.
Kick-ass looking dragon too. Crap. Kraken. I don't know. All sorts of crazy stuff going on here. Man, this just looks fun, man. Like,
Yeah. The water looks nuts as well.
I feel like games are getting better or something, or they're getting more interesting again. I guess a long time I just didn't care about flat screen games, and I feel like that interest is all coming back very, very quickly this year.
How do you pitch a game like this is my question. What do you say to your board director to get him to sign off on whatever this is? Because I love it. How?
I'm going to go with, remember when games were fun and weird and quirky?
Yeah,
and
that'll do it.
interesting? Magic says Guybrush? It did kind of look like Guybrush when he was coming out of that cannon.
The remnants.
Cool.
Yeah, I like that. That was cool. Oh, is this the new Journey game?
Wait, there's a new Journey game?
Well, like, same dev team.
Apparently it is. Yeah. Holy crap. That game studio, right? Is that what they...
music, man.
It's kind of looks like Journey and Flo and Flower and Abzu all came together and had one massive baby.
Yeah. I want a hover sword that I can skate around on.
Yeah. I don't need it. I don't even need it to be a sword. I feel like too many people would call that dangerous. Just give me the pink hoverboard out of the Mattel's hoverboard out of Back to the Future Part 2.
Yeah, it'd be less of a death weapon.
Yeah. Alright, come on, like VR, right? VR?
Surely.
Could totally make this VR.
Sword of the Sea.
I like it. Good name.
That's
kind of
soon
song
as well,
in the
to be
smoke.
fair. Yeah.
Hi everyone, I'm Kristen Zatani. That was a new look at Sword of the Sea, a visually striking adventure from the team behind Abzu and the Pathless. We're excited to announce that Sword of the Sea will launch this summer into the PlayStation Plus game catalog. On June 17th, Remedy brings otherworldly action to game catalog with FBC Firebreak. In this cooperative FPS set in the paranatural world of Control, you and two fellow agents must confront and contain the reality-warping chaos found within the oldest house. Fun in short bursts or deep dives,
Building up to a last
Firebreak launches
announcement
day
here, I
one
feel.
in the game catalog on
But I
June
don't know what it is.
This is the last little break, I think, before our one more thing.
The PlayStation Plus Classics catalog welcomes several new titles this summer. The PS2 version of legendary immersive sim Deus Ex arrives June 17th.
Not a great version, but it's still fun.
In July, Twisted Metal 3 and Twisted Metal 4 join the service just in time for the second season premiere of Twisted Metal, which arrives July 31st in select countries, including Peacock in the US.
I better watch season 1.
Additionally, two of Capcom's most beloved games from the original PlayStation are set to join the Classics lineup. Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 will arrive later this summer in the Classics catalog. Additionally, Myst and Riven will arrive later this month as part of the Days of Play celebration, running now through June 11th. Days of Play is a 2-week event that includes bonus PlayStation Plus content drops, great deals on software and hardware, and more. Visit PlayStation Blog and PlayStation.com for full details.
His parents cut their own rope to save him. He watched them fall, then found his way off that mountain. He was 11 years old.
Oh.
He started a grand tour of every major boarding school in Britain.
Always at the top of his class.
Always.
Yeah, we didn't expect, because they're doing a showcase on Friday, so we didn't expect to see any of this today.
Superiors all praise his instincts.
And they're all in need of early retirement. Nobody knows what to do with him, Mom.
Yeah, fingers crossed for this one, man.
And I suspect
it didn't
he
work
feels
last time,
the same way.
I think later on, though. I think later on we might get.
What he did in Iceland was insubordination. It was ill-disciplined, utterly reckless. He only survived thanks to blind luck. Give me one good reason to put him in the program, Mom.
I think you just covered them all, Greenway. It's really quite simple. Bond is a bullet without a target. Let's give him one.
It looks like there's Nathan Drake. What's his name?
Oh, yeah.
Do you have an appointment?
Like
The
name's
Bond. James Bond. He's with me.
And you are? Don't think we've had the pleasure.
Now let's not get ahead of ourselves, James.
Imagine using the gadgets in VR, man.
I'm not a Bond fan.
I am.
We're
You are.
facing a situation of the utmost
It comes with the
delicacy.
territory
I
being
need
British,
all
right?
my pieces
Yeah,
on
you
board.
have to, otherwise you're out of the country, you're gone.
009 is a master manipulator. Whatever the end game is, we won't see it coming.
It's sorry, the only Bond I really am familiar with is Sean Connery. That's why I said it. I know there's been plenty of American actors, right? I just don't need to follow it.
Jet lag. Gets me every time.
She's not your friend, Bond. She's an asset.
With respect, Mom.
There's third person as well, like
Oh yeah. Translated great into first person though, so
it did, yeah.
It'd be really nice to see them give this a shot.
Ah, the Bond theme's kicking in the back, man.
Tell me, what do you do, James?
Lately, headhunting.
Maybe this is the big announcement at the end, you know? I could see that being it.
Yeah, probably. I mean,
hell yeah, though. I'm excited for that, man.
Here's their chance to put a PSVR 2 logo right here at the end.
I don't think we see it yet if there is one, you know?
I think you're right. It'll probably come later down the line.
Teachable
Like
moment.
Assassination did.
So excited for that. Yeah.
Yeah, they know that we want this.
Yeah.
Right?
After Hitman, after hype around that.
Hello, I'm Hakan Abrak, CEO of Iron Interactive. The team is thrilled to announce 007 First Light. You'll experience James Bond as a young aircrewman in the Royal Navy. Before the tuxedo and the martinis, as he first steps into the world of espionage, striving to earn his 00 status. Everyone at Iron Interactive has poured their passion and dedication into crafting an experience that honors the legacy of Bond, harnessing our 25 years of agent expertise. This is just the beginning of our journey with 007, and we can't wait to share more with you soon.
I'm so excited for that. But surely VR at some point, right? Surely.
Yeah. Give him time. Give him time.
We got one more thing?
Oh. Whoa. Unexpected. Here we go.
Oh.
Okay. Ghost of Yotai? Is this what this is?
Wait. It's cool, but we've seen it, you know. But I know a lot of people will be really excited to see more of this.
Sure.
You're still with me?
We've already got a release date for this one, right? I think. Don't know what it is, but I think we have one.
I'll just have to trust you on that, because, you know.
I'm gonna say we do. I think we do.
I didn't even play the first one, embarrassingly, so.
Should give it a go. It's a bit... Gameplay deep dive. Okay.
Oh.
They can't end with that, right? Surely. Surely.
Ending with a teaser? The game we already know about? Yeah, it's crazy.
自由のために戦う。さあ、お手並み拝見といこう。君のことは親友だと思っているが。
Arc System Works is always like fighting games, isn't there? Aren't they usually like 1v1
This is
fighting games?
Marvel as well.
Interesting. Kind of goes along with their new fighting stick that they...
Yeah, true.
任せてちょうだい。パンチ。私の名前の通り、マーベラス。
親愛なるリンジ、スパイダーマンだ。スパイリーセンス。今日も見事大勝利。
Again, is this a game that you end with?
I was just thinking that. No, it's like they could have ended with James Bond. They could have ended maybe with Ghost of Yotai, but yeah, it seems like that. Don't end with a teaser saying more coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It does seem like we're running out of time though.
It does. But man, James Bond looks good though. I'm excited for that.
Kazeよ、あれ来る。たとえ人々に嫌われていても、私は世界を守る。さあ、耐えられるかしら。これ、
ためにこれが私のとっておきだ。こっちだよ。全てをやっつぶす。
抱かれなさいせや。
またなベイベー。我々のチームワークは絶対に破れない。
マーベル闘魂ファイティングソウルズ。
All right, what do we think? Is that it?
I think that could be it. In which case, I think we've had some very good announcements.
Yeah.
But in the wrong order.
Right, exactly. Oh,
No.
oh, whoa. What are they doing? What are they doing? What are they doing?
What's going on?
One more thing. Here it is. I don't know what it is, but I love it already. What is this?
I don't know stuff's going on. Yeah.
プレイステーションの友人から急になんか飲みに行こうぜっていう連絡が来て、なんのこっちゃと思って、予定合わせて行ったんですけど、ちょっと飲んでる中で実はアクの方でマーベルの格闘ゲームを作ってみないかというような提案をいただきまして。
Fuck,
Great,
man.
Great. An explanation as to how the last game came to be. All right.
I was like, whoa, this is some cool, live action teaser or something.
I thought they were showing like environments from an upcoming game, and I was like, this is beautiful. And it was like, oh, it looks beautiful because it's real life.
That first shot of people walking around, I was like, oh, this art style's interesting.
What do they call this? Real life?
Oh fuck! Why? I don't.
We need to get out more.
Working on this project.
Yeah.
From a place of pure fandom and wanting to say.
I don't want to. They put a lot of effort into this game. It looks cool. People love it. I don't know, man.
Back to the forefront of the tag fighting genre.
Yeah. Now let's Ryan in the chat talking about Yakuza VR, and I'm like, that's kind of where I thought they were going with it. Not like Yakuza VR, but at least another Yakuza style game, and then maybe VR support, of course.
And let them know, hey, we're thinking about approaching.
I think this is definitely our last thing. Then I want to say.
With you to do this really
yeah, I mean, otherwise they would have said it's a 50+ minute show, not a 40+ minute show.
That really perked up our ears. It's always refreshing to work with a team that will take on the challenge of tackling Marvel, putting their own spin on it, and they're just uppercutting that challenge into the stratosphere. And that's what you get with this team. I mean, they couldn't make something boring if they tried.
社長からも本当に作れるんだったら
This will probably do really well as well, I imagine. Like a lot of the Marvel property stuff does. Like Rivals has come out and done really well, but it's just not really for me. A fighting game like this.
I have the craziest nostalgia for Marvel vs. Capcom 2. That is like one of my favorite fighting games, one of all time. Just absolutely love that game. Great memories.
Is this speaking to you?
I mean, it looks great, but I used to be into fighting games a lot when I was like in college, and then later on, when we actually threw parties and people would be over at our house a lot, and so whenever there were people gathered, like playing Tekken 2, Tekken 3, Marvel vs. Capcom games, all those, like it made more sense back in the day. I don't want to just play by myself or go online and play with random people.
Yeah,
it's not the same for me, so it's not speaking to me. But I get it. I get the enthusiasm here. Everybody still loves Marvel properties quite a bit. Yeah, VRMC mentions that they took the Marvel license away from Capcom, which is interesting. It's interesting to see Arc System Works working on this and not Capcom.
Iron Man was really when I felt we had something special.
なので今回のアイアンマンのデザインを皆さんご覧いただければ。
All right, listen. They can't. This is too much. This is too much narrative. There's too much explanation about a game that they've got to end with a one more thing. They need a one more thing now to pick us back
I think
up.
they need one. I don't know if it's gonna happen. I'm not. I'm resigned. I think this is gonna be it, and I'm happy with the show that we've got. I think it ended not in the way that I'd like it to, but.
Bro, we got Thief VR.
Yeah.
Thief VR. Like, how crazy is that? Yeah, I am very happy with the show that we got, but man, I'm with you. If this is it, then they just great games, but just in the wrong order. I agree wholeheartedly.
to the global platform.
Did it say a release window for Thief, or did it just say coming out?
That's a good question. While we're waiting for this guy to be done talking, I'm going to go see if I can download a trailer somewhere.
Yeah.
When Ark looks at these Marvel characters, it's not simply just
It's available to
visuals, it's
wish
also
list.
gameplay mechanics and adding
Nice.
in that
I don't know.
what is going to be something that's different. Up until now, you've seen tag fighters that have 2v2, 3v3. We felt like we just had to go 4v4. And in doing
I just feel like this has taken the wind out of my sails a bit at the end. You know, compared to the 00 announcement, when James Bond came, I was like, we were not expecting that to be here. We're expecting it later on, and it was here, and it was a big surprise. Whereas this is like, this has been going on for over 7 minutes, 7.5 minutes now.
Yeah. Again, great to have in the show. This could have been a nice little kind of intermission type thing, you know, 20 minutes in, and then pick it back up into high gear and like game after game after game after game. Again, I think this is a huge win. I think this game, like you said, is going to do great. I'm not trying to like downplay like this great announcement. I mean, the way they're announcing it is maybe not the best. I guess.
And it's just a dream to even be working.
This is something that we get with like the Ghost of Yotei announcement, being like deep dive later, story later about how this all came to be. This is what you saved that for, kind of.
100% agree.
Because then the people that are really into it will go and watch it, and the people who aren't will get to see, you know, 2-3 minutes of your game and not 10. We're approaching an hour now for time. That's a lot longer than I thought.
For sure, a lot longer than they told us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like everybody in the chat's letting us know that Thief is coming out in 2025.
Awesome.
Definitely some back and forth about whether it's going to be any good or not. Depends how much you like what Vertigo's done already, I guess.
You're still with me?
Oop.
Yeah, no, this is the end for sure, yeah. Yeah, I'm a bit mixed. I think the games, again, great. Order, not so great. So.
Yep. Oh my god, my ears are ringing. That hissing is horrible. Oh. Better now. Just letting this play out to make sure we don't miss anything. I'm sure we won't. They always end with this little montage of everything that we've seen. That was good. That was good. I'm pretty happy with State of Plays recently, man. I feel like they've always got a nice mix of games. They've always got interesting flat screen games and enough VR content to keep us happy. So that was, you know, another solid entry, man. Another solid entry. I'm not disappointed at all.
I agreed. Like, we've had the 2 VR games that we hoped would be there. None of the predictions that Mio you said at all. I still think we see Resident Evil this week, though. Yes. How many times have we been right?
Never.
At least I've been right. Not many times. But I do think we see Resi 9 still this week, though. I feel like that marketing deal between Sony and Capcom for Resident Evil, from what people have been saying, I don't know if that's still ongoing and been renewed for this year. So it would make sense to see that at the Game Awards if Capcom are going to show it off at the biggest event of the summer. So I still do think we see that there. That being said, if that deal is no longer going on, which is like the rumor, not confirmed, then does that mean that we're still going to get a VR2 version of Resi 9? I don't know. But I do think we see the game this week.
Very interesting. Why am I getting an AI generated chat summary? Can we?
Huh?
Why is that a thing? God damn. All right. Real quick, I want to say let's see how people did in the poll. How many PlayStation VR2 games, including hybrids, will we see at today's State of Play? 20%, 19% said 0. 61% said 1, maybe 2, which was accurate. 3 People are still voting right now. It's really interesting how many people are voting right now.
It's cheating.
Right? And then 3 said 15%, and then 4 more 5%. So there's some very optimistic people. Almost 500 people voted in this poll. I saw almost 700 people watching live. So thank you guys for being here and watching us when you clearly could have done this anywhere else. We really, really appreciate you hanging out with us, watching us talk over the show. That means a lot to us. Thank you very much. Here, just thumbs it down. I don't care. Share feedback. I don't care. Just get it off of the screen. This is fuck you, AI. That's what all I gotta say. Okay.
Agreed.
All right, hold on. We got to go back a little bit because there were some comments before the show, and I think it'll actually be funny to read them and follow up with them with a little bit of hindsight. Sergeant Frosty, thank you so much for your generosity. He sent one without parole gift membership. Jammyhero, thank you for the level 3 membership. He said, if we don't get Astrobot VR, Blood and Truth 2, B4 VR, RE9 VR, and GTA 6 VR, then this state of play is a waste of time. I do feel like that is, even though he's joking, that's the sentiment of so much of the internet. The Novatones with the 5 quiz says, as the dudes who did the Drunken Bar Fight 1 and 2 soundtrack, I don't think it'll be in the state of play. At least I haven't heard that, at least. Thanks for being here.
Well,
Novatones. I didn't know that the people who made the soundtrack for Drunken Bar Fight hang out and watch our show. That's awesome, dude. Thank you for being here. Elderly Morningstar with the €10 says, Jimmy, like you, I hope so much for Ace Combat 8 PSVR 2, but that's just dreaming, I'm afraid. Today it's dreaming.
Yeah, today. But maybe not tomorrow. Maybe not the next day. One day it'll. I think it'll be here. I think so.
Okay, so this is here's what the internet has devolved into. Batsy in the chat says, hate on it. We are sick of mediocre presentation and banal people going on about how progressive their game is, and because you can leave, sir. Gaming is not for you anymore. You can move on and go play Call of Duty and Grand Theft Auto and whatever other fucking boring ass game that you like to play. I was thrilled with this. I thought it was great. I thought it was great to see a lot of creativity. I feel like gaming is returning to the thing that I used to love, which isn't insane budgets and quadruple A quality, just creativity and fun adventures and being able to risk, to be daring and doing something different. And if anybody expected to come here and see nonstop AAA announcements for VR, then you don't have a good understanding of where VR is right now, right? We unfortunately have to, we have to play the waiting game because it's a couple million headsets over here. And nobody's buying games on Quest. And so there's not a lot of money in the VR space. It actually is requiring Sony to invest in these studios and say, hey, here's some money. Like, again, I've said this before in Gamescast, you would be surprised what games have come out on PSVR 2 because Sony gave money to the studio, right? These studios are not going to recoup the losses on their own just by selling the game. It's really just not happening, right? So Sony has to sort of supplement that. And it's a lot of games. And so if you like the games that are, that have been coming out on PSVR 2, you've got Sony to thank for a good percentage of that. So it's just a tough, we're in this weird interim stage in VR. I really think it's going to be, whereas a lot of us hoped PSVR 2 would be the beginning of this big new surge in VR gamers and surge in AAA VR games. That's not where we're at. And we're not going to be there until I don't know, maybe 5 or 10 more years.
Yeah.
And I'm here for it, man. I love what we're getting in the meantime. I'm having a good time in the meantime. And we got Thief VR.
Yeah, I was about to say, we just got Thief, man.
How do we play it?
Yeah, and it's at that point, really. And if you're not happy with the state of VR at the moment, you don't have to stick around for now and be really invested in it now. You can hop in for whatever games you do feel like, jumping into, and then in a couple of years' time, if the market has expanded that much further, there'll be loads more to try. But I think the majority of people in this chat, at least, and who watch and who play, there's plenty of great games out there. And I hope that Thief Simulator, or Thief even, not Thief, we had Thief Simulator, that's a different game.
Games, right?
But Thief VR hits that mark, because I think that it'll go we'll do it. I'm happy that we got that today. And 2 announcements is our usual, and we got it again today, despite what the blog post said again. So I'm happy. I'm a happy man.
Where is... I just want to bring up the fucking trailer for this game because now that I can really pay attention to it now. Yeah, I did see some, like I said, mixed opinions in the chat about Vertigo Games being the one in charge of this. I think they make really good games. I don't think they make really great games. Right? All their games have been 7s, 8s for me. And even when they're handed to the properties like Metro, it's like they didn't quite take that final step to make it an amazing Metro game. They made it a good Metro game. Yeah. So it'd be interesting to see if they've been listening to like feedback about the games that they put out and really like, you know, have the ability to take those extra steps this time around. I mean, what we've seen here looks pretty amazing. I think this looks awesome.
I feel like they've taken a lot of they take small steps forward between games, but they're steps that you can feel. Like with Arizona, going from that to, you know, Metro, for example. Metro felt a lot more polished in terms of the gunplay for me, at least. And even though it didn't go as far as even some of the original Metro flat games in terms of showing off certain environments or having certain enemy types or set pieces, and played a couple things safe, I still think it was a good game. And if they can do the same for Thief, it could be another 7.58 out of 10. That's like pretty damn good. Or if they take that leap, it could be a 9 or a 10. But either way, you know, we're getting another flat screen franchise that's known and is loved and people have bought into VR, and that's always a good thing.
Thank you, chat, for pointing out that we have a PlayStation blog post about the VR. Let's take a look at that. And also, I do have a Gamescast scheduled for 5 minutes ago. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit delayed. And as soon as we're done here, I'm going to stretch my legs and take a little time to get rehydrated. I've been drinking coffee. I could probably use some water. And then me and AJ will be back here for a typical Wednesday show, talk about some of this in more detail. But since I got Jammy here, I'm going to read through this PlayStation blog post. This is like first details on how the legendary Stealth series has been adapted for VR. The Shadows are calling. The legendary Thief franchise returns, reimagined for PlayStation VR 2, bringing players back to the city where danger lurks around every corner and secrets are hidden in plain sight. But this time, you uncover something far greater, an artifact that holds a legacy from the past. Ready your tools, trust your instincts, and become the master Thief you've always dreamed of. Welcome to Thief VR, Legacy of Shadows, arriving later this year on PlayStation VR 2. The city is a place of shadows ruled by the tyrant Baron Ulysses Northcrest. You are Magpie, a cunning thief orphaned by Northcrest brutality and shaped by the streets, who steals as the only means to survive. That is, until you uncover something greater, a legendary artifact holding a legacy from the past. Use immersive VR mechanics to steal, evade, and outsmart the forces controlling the city. Unravel its darkest secrets and expose a sinister conspiracy that looms over its very foundation. With the PlayStation VR 2's cutting-edge technology, Thief VR Legacy of Shadows delivers a fully immersive stealth experience. Physically crouch, hide, and move between shadows, using every inch of the environment to stay undetected. Whether you're sneaking through darkened alleys or scaling the rooftops of towering buildings, your every movement feels real. Extinguish light sources with your water arrows, hands, or even a well-aimed breath to deepen the darkness and expand your cover. The VR mechanics allow you to live out the fantasy and stealth in a way that no other medium can replicate. This is bringing back a memory, Jammy. I feel like there were rumors of a Thief VR game coming to PlayStation VR 1. And
yeah,
maybe was that officially announced or rumored heavily? Because it just disappeared. Does anybody in the chat know what the fuck I'm talking about?
Let's have a look. I don't know. Potentially. Yeah.
All right. In Thief VR, Legacy of Shadow, no two heists are alike, whether it's lockpicking, breaking into secure chests, or discovering hidden switches behind picture frames. Every action in the game feels visceral and tactile. With PlayStation VR 2 Sense controllers and haptic feedback, you can physically interact with your environment in ways that make each mission feel uniquely immersive. Every corner of the city holds treasure and secrets waiting for a skilled thief like you to uncover. The VR experience elevates gameplay to new heights, especially when it comes to combat and precision tasks like archery. The combination of intuitive controls, haptic feedback, and realistic aiming makes ranged combat a thrilling challenge. Whether you're silently disabling a guard from a distance or hitting a precise target, your skill and focus will be put to the tests. The city is a detailed living environment that reacts to your every move. Explore its steampunk-inspired streets, scale its buildings, and feel the tension of navigating the rooftops, where you'll need every tool at your disposal to uncover hidden paths and unlock new areas. Brought to you by Vertigo Games, the award-winning creatives of Metro Awakening and Arizona Sunshine, in close collaboration with Eidos Montreal, Thief VR Legacy of Shadows is currently in development by Maze Theory and marks... This is interesting. We need to stop for a second.
Yeah.
We said a lot about Vertigo Games earlier, but Maze Theory is the developers of, I believe, both The Infinite Inside and Doctor Who.
And
VR
Peaky
game?
Blinders as well. Yeah.
And
They
Peaky
work with the
Blinders.
BBC a lot here in the UK with the like the Doctor Who and Peaky Blinders are both shows done by them. And I've enjoyed their games so far. It's Doctor Who, the budget was very limited. Same with Peaky Blinders, I felt, and even bits of Infinite Inside. Yeah, it's an interesting choice, I think.
Yeah, I like Doctor Who, despite not ever really having watched the show. I actually enjoyed the game quite a bit, and they did pretty good for. I don't know if it was VR Monkey or who recorded it to PSVR 2. Sirens on my end, but they did a pretty good job of that. So yeah, this is. I mean, I think this might even be a more risky choice than Vertigo Games. So now it's kind of all up in the air a little bit. Let's see. Marks the long-awaited return of the legendary Thief franchise. Fans of the original series will feel right at home, while newcomers will experience the thrill of stealth and heist in a fresh new light. Are you ready to claim your place in the shadows? Wishlist Thief VR Legacy of Shadow today, and stay tuned for more updates, including new gameplay footage, missions, and special features in the coming months. I am super happy. This is a great announcement.
Not expected either. Like, it genuinely was one of the what moments, same with when the Midnight Walk got revealed for different reasons. This is because, obviously it's an IP that we know. With Midnight Walk, it was more that I was in love with the art style. And then when the PSVR 2 logo at the end came up, it was a bit like, oh, wow. But a similar feeling. Like, I had no preconception of what this was, if this was going to be a year before. And yeah, that studio choice is interesting. But based on this trailer, I think they could pull it off. I think looks good.
Yeah. Yep. Looking good. All right. Listen, as much as I want to stop right here and take a look at the Luminous announcement, we do need to wrap this up, and we need to get out of here so that I can take a quick little break, and that AJ and I can go do a regular episode of Gamescast, talk about some of the news that's happened since Monday. Yeah, I know it's West Day, but AJ is covering for West today. Be not afraid. Life is good. The Novatones with the 2 quid says, GameCat since PSVR 1, my man. Keep on keeping on. Thanks, dude. That's awesome.
That's sick.
Right? You don't even know who's watching sometimes. It's craziness. Awesome Tatum with the $2 tip says, Thief VR, enough said. Yeah, listen, man. Like, we're pretty easy to please, I think. Just give us one announcement here and there. Life is good. Pixel Robot with the $5 tip says, I was just thinking we need more stealth VR. Thief PSVR 2, try this again with it on the screen, was the best announcement, hands down. Yep. And Twitcher, the single player GameCat, gifted a Without Parole membership because he was green and was like, how did I turn green? Somebody must have gifted me a membership and I didn't even notice. So pretty cool. Jamie, the link to your channel is in the description of this video. So if you do not already subscribe to Jammy, make sure you go over and subscribe to him. He is my state of play guy. So hopefully we'll be seeing a whole lot more of Jammy in the upcoming months. Hopefully there'll be a lot more stuff for you to, a lot more reasons for you to be on Without Parole. But thanks for being here, man. I always appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. Thank you very much. It's been another good one. I feel like when I watch the state of plays on my own, it doesn't hit the same. It's not that excitement, and every time I'm on the show, we come away from the show happy, whether it's because of the games or because of hyping up something. So thank you for having me. Yeah, it's been great.
Yeah, I mean, it's just fun to hang out. It's like watching back in the day, I used to watch E3 by myself. I used to take days off from work, and it would just be like, the Sony showcase and the Microsoft showcase and this and that, whatever. And I would just like the 5 days or whatever. I would just watch it by myself. I'd order pizza. I'd get a big handle of vodka.
Oh, yeah.
And I really liked consuming it that way. But this, I think, is even better than that. Hanging out with you guys, hanging out with you. So thank you, everybody, for being here. Again, we saw over 700 people watching this at one point. We know that you could have just watched this on the PlayStation YouTube channel and not had two dudes talking over the whole thing. So the fact that you're here and that you chose to watch with us means so much. We love you very much. And we will see you for Gamescast in about probably 20 minutes or so. We love you all. Goodbye.